Ooh, we're live. Oh, get that sun like that light up over there. See how it looks. Oh, this one needs to be turned a little bit. There you go. Bloody jolly good. That was great. There you go. Now, we're getting ready to go live. Oh, we got two people over here. How you guys doing tonight? Just let me get warmed up a little bit. All right, that looks about right. That looks about right. And that looks about right. So we are ready to be live any second now. Here we go. Too far? No, stay this way. No. I gotta go a little higher so I can see better. There you go. Bloody jolly good. There we go. Ricardo, how are you tonight? Ivan, how are you doing this evening? Just getting ready to get started. All right. Well, I can finish my ice cream sandwich before it melts. That'd be terrible. All right. Give me a second. Kind of rude, I know. Sorry. How's it going there, Ivan? Yeah. Let's take a look at the list for next week. Jill, how are you tonight? Well, it's in the 40s. It actually snowed today. We're outside chopping firewood and loading the wagon, and it started snowing. I said, "Holy shit! Nice to get back down to Florida, go to the beach, see how the beaches are doing down there." All that being said, let's get started. Well, good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow, looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Now, it is November 12th, 2024. You lost me at snow. I'd rather shovel sand than snow any day. It was extremely light. It only lasted about 15, 20 seconds. But you're there, doing firewood, and you're loading up the wagon, and all of a sudden the stuff's falling down. And it's like, oh, holy shit! Don't tell me it's gonna start to snow. But no, it didn't stay long at all. All right. That being said, let's get started. Let's take a look at what I have on my list. Now, we were doing this the other day. We took a look at my list, and we actually went one stock at a time. Now, we ended up on third week. No, third month. Third month of the quarter. So let's see what we're looking at this week. That being said, yeah, this will do. DHI. Unless anybody has something in particular they want to take a look at. Walgreens. All right, let's take a look at Walgreens. More viewers. Don't. I'd rather shovel sand. So I can't believe you guys have nothing you want to look at tonight. Anyway, let's take a look at some good stocks. Walgreens, number one. Why not? Because Walgreens has been in business for a very long time. Look, I get two open trades. All right. A year ago, we opened up at 2035. The high of the year was back in December, and that was 2701. From there, I broke down and picked up some WBA myself. Secretariat, I remember you gave me a hard time on Walgreens a couple of months ago. Welltower, all right, 5280. You actually have to give me the ticker symbol. I have never heard of Welltower at all. But right now, we're on Walgreens. Yes, I remember you did. Gave me a hard time about it, and yet you succumbed. Now, I've been getting 1.5%, 2% every week for the whole year on Walgreens. So, Mara missed earnings. So, what's that mean? It means it's probably going to drop. We'll take a look at Mara. Take a quick look. Back one page. M-A-R-A. All right. Well, W-E-L-L. That's a ticker symbol. W-E-L-L. Never heard of it. Bill, MU looks pretty good. Now, we were looking at MU not this week, but no, we did look at it this week. Okay. Well, let's take a look, see why it popped up again. Let's finish up with Walgreens first. All right. Walgreens, I need Mara to drop and roll a call to next week. You and me both. All right. Thoughts on Doge? Sorry, Jose, I don't do cryptocurrency. No cryptocurrency here at all. How do I feel about buying Alibaba right now before earnings? We'll take a look at it. Now, what are you suspecting it to do? Because I've seen positive earnings where stocks go down, and I've seen negative earnings where stocks go up. I never really paid very much attention to earnings, be totally honest with you. They just don't seem to go where I want them to go. Anyway, besides the point, Walgreens had a bottom just a couple of weeks ago. Let's take a closer look at it. 925. It dropped down to 822. Okay, great. So what's going to happen there? Well, she bounced up and hit a 30-day high, which was just the other day, 1111. Is the colleague stock purchase plan worth investing in? Black Eyed Joe, I have no idea what you're talking about. Seriously, okay? I have a specific trading strategy, and I only do a certain thing. Just one or two minor things here and there. Okay, I want to be in, I want to be out, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on the computer. Okay, I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Now that 1% a week, it usually only takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to find it. Once I find it, good, I'm fine for the whole week. Okay, I don't get dragged too much into it because it's a whole different world. Investing in the stock market all the time. I don't want that to be my whole center of my being. No, I just do it 10 to 15 minutes. I'm in, I'm out. Thank you very much. Okay, and then I'm here at night sharing with you guys. But I've never heard of it. Sorry. So if you can briefly explain it, that would be cool. Do you have daily average volume minimums for this covered call strategy? Burner Tick. Mara stock prediction. Don't have one for Marathon, but we are going to take a look at it in a minute. So Burner-Tick. I don't use daily averages. I've listened to you, and I'm up over 93% year to date. Well, cool beans. What company do you find pays out the highest dividend? Okay, Ryan, I really don't look at it that way. I'm answering the question up here about the volume. No, I look at good quality companies. That's it. And those companies usually have over 500,000 shares every single day because they've been around for so long. They have history. They have increased dividends, and people love increased dividends. What broker do I use? I use Charles Schwab, and I have Robinhood also. All right, so Walgreens, I got a bunch of different positions in Walgreens. Okay, but in this particular account here, I'm in at 10:30. Ivan, picked up Walgreens at 906, sold the nines. Cool beans. Now, I like Walgreens. Now, it's been around for 170 years. I don't really think it's going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, they ran into a little bit of issue because the current administration didn't want to prosecute theft under 900 bucks. So here's the thing. I've heard rumor, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, but a lot of cities are now saying, well, why don't we not do that anymore? Why don't we start prosecuting theft? So now it's a felony to steal, from what I'm understanding. So that's going to change quite a bit. Luke, any advice for a 21-year-old college student? Minimal funds? Yeah, get out of college. It's a waste of money. Seriously, sorry. But education. That's it. Educate yourself on what it is you want to do. Joel, would I recommend Vanguard? I honestly couldn't tell you. I've never used them. How do I feel about AB Bit Farms? Never heard of it. What do you think about Dogecoin? I don't do cryptocurrency. Dividend stocks only, and I'm looking for cash flow. I'm not looking for capital appreciation. All right. That being said, give me a second. It actually snowed today, and I wasn't quite ready for it. Anyway, so in this particular account, I'm in Walgreens at 10:30, but I sold the 9s and the 950s. Why? Because I wanted to get a premium, even though the stock is at 9 now, and my purchase price is higher. I'm selling options below my acquisition price. Now, the reason being is I have no problem whatsoever rolling it forward. Hey, Doc, what's happening? Thanks for these streams. I really appreciate it. Hey, Stens, how did that play work out for you? Remember last week we said check out this play, and you said you're going to check it out, so I'm kind of curious how it actually worked out for you. Matthew, what do you recommend investing in? Education. Amy, hi, how you doing? What are your thoughts on GEV? Ooh, let me write GEV down, and we'll take a gander at it. We only got 5 on the list at the moment. GEV. All right, we'll take a look at that in a minute. We're still working on Walgreens. Thawkins, well, take a look at Home Depot. Wait a minute, we did Home Depot today. Yeah, wait a minute, today Tuesday. Yeah, today's Tuesday. So we jumped into Home Depot on Monday. But we did a calendar spread on it. Oh, really cool idea. Anyway, yeah, Procter and Gamble. Map wants to that. Dude said it snowed last night, just after it sounded like he tweeted a line. Carl, that's funny. I was blowing my nose because I wasn't expecting snow today. But I appreciate the way exactly where your mind goes automatically. Procter and Gamble. Oh, lovely. All right. Are you going to quit the evening lessons on one? Oh, no, I haven't figured that out yet. We aren't quitting them. We're going to change to I don't know, I think every single night for, 3 hours a night is getting a little bit to me. So I'm going to pull back just a little bit. Yeah, I didn't say it snowed. I said it snowed this afternoon. It only snowed for like a minute or two. It wasn't that much. All right, Map, we're going to take a look at Procter & Gamble in a minute. Let's finish up with Walgreens. So Walgreens, I like the company's been around for a while. The current administration wasn't prosecuting theft under 900 bucks. Well, from what I understand, they're changing the rules now. Okay, any theft is going to be a felony. So maybe the theft will slow down. Maybe some of the stores won't close after all, because Walgreens was going to close 25% of all their stores, and they got 8,700 stores. That's a lot of stores. Okay, so to beat the issue at hand, the losing money and the stock price going down, you had to battle that. They're going to cut out 25% of the stores and then move a lot of stuff online. So maybe with the new, let's call the new party coming in, maybe things will change and they'll stop prosecuting theft, and theft and crime will go down. That would be so cool. Anyway, Oh, so that's Walgreens. I like Walgreens, like I said. Right at this moment in time, it's at 903. The nines is still going for 18 cents, which is 2% per week. You imagine that? And then why do I like Procter and Gamble? Well, 2% is 2%. 2% a week is 100% return per year. Now, if you do it every single day, now think of it this way. You trade your time for money, 30, 40, 60, 80 hours a week, whatever you do. Everybody's different. Okay? You work whatever you work, and at some point in time, you're going to retire. And that money has to sustain your living. Chris, we'll take a look at Ford. We looked at it last night. I don't even know what it did today. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Shit. That sucks. Getting old sucks, man. Stens, I apologize. I was absent when you described the play. Would you be able to give me a quick refresh? It all depends on which play you're talking about, Stens. We did quite a bit today and yesterday. Do you put all your money in on the 2% a week? No. See, I learned a lesson a long time ago. Never put all your money into one. Okay, 2% Procter. I have no idea. We haven't even looked at Procter & Gamble yet. Okay, we're looking at Walgreens. Okay, currently we're looking at Walgreens, doing the numbers on Walgreens. Let's actually walk through the trade so you actually see what it looks like. Now, for those you who don't know, the screen behind me is live on YouTube. So you go to YouTube at the10minutetrader.com, and this screen is live that will allow you to see small numbers because I don't know how to make it bigger. I know there's ways of making it bigger, but I'm technologically retarded, and you're just lucky enough I know how to press the stupid buttons here. All right, I'm receiving 18 cents per 18% per quarter. Well, that's pretty damn cool. Okay, 18% per quarter, dude. That's awesome. Bo, you're explaining why you sold WBA calls lower than you purchased. Thanks, Bo. I do have an issue with the ADD. My mind travels really quickly. Anyway, so I did buy Walgreens originally in this particular account. Remember, I have 6 accounts. I share 3 of them with you guys. This one here is kind of like my practice account, which I keep people up to date with before I share them the other accounts, see? All right, so my average price here is $10.30. So if the stock stays stays at 9 or above, most likely they can exercise, which means take my stocks away at 9. And that would mean I would lose money. And I don't like that idea. So what I probably end up doing is pushing it forward a week to give me some more time. Time is one of those precious commodities you just can't buy, but you can sell it. That's weird. In this manner, stock market, we can sell time, which is kind of weird. But anyway, yeah. So I do have an order to sell Walgreens, or actually to roll it forward into next week if the timing is right and the money is right. Right now, it's going for 4.5 cents. That's not good enough. What's the difference between selling and trading stocks? I think you mean investing and trading. Investors buy and hold. Traders just trade. So I'm a trader and I make 50% per year. Sorry. How do you feel about morning top gainers? Interesting. How do you roll it forward? Okay, Andrew, we're going to talk about that in a second. But Alfredo, how do I feel about morning top gainers? You're under the impression that I spend more time on the computer than I actually do. When I say I spend 10 to 15 minutes per day, that's it. I don't take a look at anything other than the one trading strategy that I'm showing you here. Buy a good dividend stock just before the EX date because stocks have a tendency to go up in value before they pay their dividend. Knowing that information, if you buy the stock at the money, when the market opens Monday morning and you sell it on the exact same time through a covered call, you can gain 1 to 2% every single week, week after week after week. And if you stick to only those companies that are consistently profitable, the dividend kings, the dividend aristocrats, the dividend champions, the dividend contenders, Warren Buffett's list. If you stick to those good quality companies, you really can't go wrong. I mean, Coca-Cola's been in business for over 140 years. Raj, you have 900 buying power. What should you do? Okay, Raj, I honestly don't give advice. I read numbers. You guys give me a stock to take a look at. I read numbers, and every once in a while, I'll show you one of the stocks that I do. Okay? But for the most part, I don't give advice on what to do. I'll take a look at something and give you my opinion. All right, next on the list, put in a class option. Ooh, that's what we were going to do. Ford. Okay, Procter & Gamble, Ford. Okay, they're on the list. We were actually going to take, any thoughts on Coca-Cola? Yeah, Coca-Cola, the premiums are horrible. You never went over is it. Never went over it. Simone, what do I think of Allie? Let me write Allie down, Simone, and we'll take a look at it a little bit. Right now, we're still poking around at, Allie. Ford, we already have that one. Do you think it is okay to go out 2 to 3 weeks if the option average is 1% or more per week? Yeah, if you can get 3% out of a 3-week one, great. 4% out of a 4-week, fine. But as long as it's a weekly, because it's very tough to figure out where a stock's going to be 4 weeks away. 1 week, okay. 2 weeks if she's in a good run. But what happens if she turns and goes the opposite direction? DC, New York, what's happening? Mama's Apple, what's going on? Uh-oh. All right, Raj, I know you don't want to say nothing because of the risk factor, but if you were in my position, Raj, I would really look at, dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, dividend contenders. These are all good, solid companies that have been consistently profitable for more than 10 to 20 years. Okay, they're a safe bet. They're not a bet where you want to jump in and it's going to skyrocket. This is not that kind of investing. This is slow. This is boring. This is only 1% a week. We're not looking for big jumps. Well, at least I'm not looking for a big jump. I'm looking for safety, simplicity, and predictability. That's what I'm looking for. This trading strategy I came up with, 15 years ago when my 9-year-old daughter wanted to learn how to trade. So I had to make it simple and safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. So the trading strategy had to be that. And it works so well. I just kept on doing it. So I appreciate you understanding that. Chris, you said something in your little about. All right, yeah, I was going over something. We were going to do a covered call on Walgreens. No, we're actually going to walk through one. Ford is a bad investment. Now February buy. I have no idea what that means. Burnmatic. It may violate your near all-time high rules, but take a look at LPLA if you have a chance. Okay, 2 things. Number 1, if it's at an all-time high, it's going to automatically be a no, and I'm not even going to waste my time with it. And number 2, I've never heard of it. If I've never heard of it, it's probably going to be a no also. If you're a man looking for a love, go on the Princess Miami. Really? What's your biggest win, biggest loss? My biggest win? Oh my God. I don't know. I think I made 131,000 in a week. And I think I lost 90,000 in a week. I think that's what it was. Anyway, besides the point. Let's get back to what we're talking about. We're talking about Walgreens. And we're going to do a trade on Walgreens because the numbers look good. Let's get out of there. Now, it's currently at $9 a share. All right, so we're going to go to covered call because the covered call is one of the safest strategies there is. You're going to buy a stock, you're going to sell it at the exact same time for a premium. And if the premium's higher than 1%, well, there's your battle right there, 1% every single week. I remember the movie Any Given Sunday. We're going to claw our way 1 yard at a time, or 1 foot at a time. Well, we're going to do the same thing, 1% at a time, 1 week at a time. Anyway, here we go. So we're going to change this to covered stock. We like the $9 one. The $9 right here. This is what the purchase price is, 885. Now let's just do one contract and you guys can go from there. 5 contracts, 10, 100, 15, 1500, so on and so forth. I like doing a market order because you're buying the stock and you're selling the option at the exact same time, and the profit is already calculated in for you. That's one of the beauties I love about the covered calls, is I know exactly what I'm going to make before I even do the trade. Right? That being said, buy one covered call, WBA 100. So those are the weeklies. 15 November 24. That is this coming Friday. Now, considering we only have 3 days left, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the premiums you're going to collect starting tomorrow aren't going to be as high as if you would have done it on Monday. Because remember, as the time ticks away, as the sands fall through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. Same thing here. As the days tick by, you slowly lose money. Okay? Think about it. On a Monday, there's 5 days until, was it 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon? Tuesday, you lose 20%. Then you have 4 days left. That's 80% value you can get. Okay, Wednesday, 60%. Okay, you lose 20% every single day that passes. And on Friday, they're basically worth nothing. So on Wednesday, we have to take a look at this week's and next week's, because sometimes 3 days is not going to be enough time value to make you 1%. So we go look at next week, then we'll look at getting a 1.5%. But it's still about 1% per week. I'm new to all this. Raj, well, sit back, relax. Okay, I'm here every single night right up until the end of the year, and at that point, I'll decide what I want to do from there. Okay, but as of yet, since the beginning of the year, I've only missed 5 days. Every night, 9 p.m., only missed 5 days. All right. May violate PKK. I'm not even going to bother with PLPLA. We're still working on Walgreens. Okay, buy one covered call, Walgreens, 115, November 24. That's this coming Friday. The $9 call against the stock. Well, the break even is 882. Well, the stock right now is at $9. All we needed to do is just to stay where it is or go higher. So stocks go 3 different directions. Okay? Up, down, and nowhere. And I know nowhere doesn't sound like a direction, but it kind of is. Okay? It didn't go up, it didn't go down, it went nowhere. So it is a direction if you think of it in that context. What direction is it going? Nowhere. That is actually a direction. Silly as it sounds, but grammatically correct. Anyway, that's the break even, 882. If anything above 882 is going to be a profit. Well, right now it's at 903. All right? I'm okay with buying it at 903 and holding on to it. Okay, the maximum I'm going to make off of this particular trade, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's $17.50 per contract. So one contract is $17.50, 2 contracts $35, so on and so forth. So this is how we figure out what our rate of return is going to be. So we take our profit, $17.50, and we divide it by the purchase price. Well, the purchase price at the moment is 903. 903, and that gives me a grand total of 1.9% for 3 days. Now, it's a very safe strategy because Walgreens has been in business for over 170 years. Okay, they consistently increase their dividends. Okay, now, also they have products outside of the pharmacy and outside of their products inside the pharmacy. They have a product that's in 22,000 stores nationwide. Now, we had one of the girls in our trading group, she actually did a report on it. I said, cool, this is neat stuff. So it made me change my vision on Walgreens. So I have no problem holding on to it, especially considering I'm getting between 1.5% and 2% every single week off of Walgreens. That's just by trading it, not by owning it. And every once in a while, they'll throw dividends at me. Oh, tragedy, I know. All right, so that's what it sounds like. Let's move on to the next one. Let's get out of here. So I actually walked you through how to do a trade, what it looks like and what it sounds like. So the longer you stay here, the longer you absorb the information, the better you're going to get. And it only takes a couple of minutes a day just to decide, you know what? If you take responsibility for your own money, you can get a higher and higher rate of return. A higher rate of return is going to allow you to either live a better life or retire early, depending on what it is, whatever your goal is. All right. That being said, let me keep going. Wow, I missed some. Oh, here we go. What is the strategy? The strategy is called Dividend Capturing 2.0. Greetings, SWKS. SWKS. Didn't we take a look at that last night? SWKS. Skyworks. Yes, we did take a look at this last night. Dropped again today. So, look at it again tomorrow. Other than that, it's not really worth looking into. Because, yeah, they pay out dividends. Yeah, the numbers do work. Okay, all that nice, neat, fun stuff. But we're looking for the bottom. Once the bottom shows up, it's like, okay, cool, here you are. Then, see, 30 days ago, we were at 96.04. 2 days later, there's the top at 99.36. And then she drops, retrace, and drops again. 3 days to the downside right now. So it's going to continue to go down until it stops. Once it stops, it'll turn around, go back up. That's when I want to jump in, as long as the numbers over here work. So right now at 84.20, the closest strike price is going to be the 85. So if I sell that, I'm picking up 470. Well, that doesn't sound right. So let's do a little bit of fancy math. Okay, we get our calculator. Now, on this particular trade, if we do the 85s, currently at this moment in time, the profit on the 85s would be 470. Okay, and what is the purchase price per share? 84.20. 84.20. That gives you a grand total of 5.5% for 3 days, because this option here is going to expire this Friday. Well, I like those numbers, but here's the question. Where's the bottom? Because we have 3 days to the downside. All right, fine. Is today 87.04, is that the bottom? Is she going to turn around, go back up now? Or is she going to continue to keep going down? Or do I want to just jump in the 84.20 and say, you know what? Let's actually do it. Oh, look at this. PNE just joined. How are you doing today? All right, so that being said, it's always going to be about the numbers. You keep looking at the numbers. Does it make sense? Okay, that's another question. Does it make sense? Do I like Skyworks? Now, I've never bought Skyworks before. I have no idea what they even do. So I most likely probably won't do this trade because I don't like stocks that I don't know what they do. They'll call me weird, you know? But it is what it is. All right. We're going to take a look at, Ford just announced a joint contract with Tesla. Ford is not a bad investment. Interesting. Well, let's take a look at Ford. All right. A year ago, Ford's at 982. Hell, in high school, I could afford 982 a share. If I only knew then what I know now. Who knows what would have happened? Here's our top right here, 1485, and that was in mid-July. From there, we got a bottom, 85. Okay, that was at 947. Was it the first week of September? No, first week of August. That was 9 September. All right. Anyway, last 30 days. Now, the reason I like the last 30 days, it gives me a good idea of where it's going next. All right, there we go. Last 30 days, we opened up at 1064. 2 weeks to the upside, and there's our top at 1139. Very next day. I love it. Very next day. You have 30-day high, very next day, 30-day bottom. Okay, so it goes from 1139 to the bottom of 1018 overnight. Very next day makes the bottom. Okay, she drops a little bit lower. That's kind of weird made a bottom, but as you can see, she keeps on going down. The closing price keeps going down. All right, turns around on last Monday. So last Monday, last Tuesday, she gaps up on Wednesday, pulled back on Thursday, a little bit of a down on Friday. Monday's up, and today a little bit to the downside. It looks like she should be coming down in the next couple of weeks. What does it usually do? For that, we like the seasonality. Seasonality, if you're new here, basically if you go all the way to the left, that is January 1st. All the way to the right, that's December 31st. That's a whole year's worth of stock information right there. The blue line represents this year. See how it goes up, it goes down, up, down, up, down. That's all stocks do, up, down, up, down. The red line, that represents the 10-year moving average. That's what the stock normally does. Well, Ford, what do? Well, they make cars. That's it. They make cars. So this time of year, usually it's going to go sideways a little bit, dip a little bit, go sideways a little bit, then go back up again. Nothing major, nothing new, nothing interesting. So more or less, we're not looking for any big jumps and we're not looking for any big dips. It's just like business as usual. She goes up, she goes down. She goes up, well, hypothetically, she should start coming back down again. All right, great. That being said, at this moment in time, the 11.10, the 11's going for 18 cents a share. But you're losing 10 cents right at the top. So if you buy it at $11.10 and you sell it at 11, you're losing 10 cents. Okay, you take 10 cents out of that equation, that 18-cent premium, yeah, you're walking away with 8 cents. Not quite one. Okay, overall. But do you like Ford? You could get your 1% because look, it's from 18 to 20. So you might get your 1% out of it. The 11.50's not quite profitable enough. But remember, there's only 3 days left. So let's look at next week's. Next week's 11 is going for 26 cents a share. Okay, so you subtract the 10, you walk away with 16. That's over 1.5. That's what we're looking for, 1.5. So we didn't get it for this week, but we'll get it for next week, 1.5. All right, anyway, that being said, I know I like Ford, but not this week because it looks like she should be coming down. Okay, Akron, superconductor, great stock. Okay, MAP, when you say Akron Superconductors, you got to give me a ticker symbol because I've never heard of the company. Okay, now I only do one trading strategy. It's simple, it's easy, and I try not to complicate things. Paul Ford, oh, 20 new questions. Oh my goodness, I'm not paying attention, am I? MAP, Akron Superconductor, great stock. MAP, why? Chris, stock drops big in November and December. That is incredible. Stens, why is that incredible? Okay, I'm lost in this conversation back here, you guys. Buy lowest in late January. Okay, no. What was that? AMSC. What the heck is AMSC? AMSC. Oh, American Superconductor. No. Simple, wasn't it? Check it out. It's a monthly optionable stock. Monthly optional stocks only allows me to do a covered call once a month. Once a month only comes to 12 times a year. 12 times a year only equals 12 to 24% rate of return. So you're asking me to invest my money and make less. Make me understand that in a manner which I'm okay with. Because you're asking me to take less money and to trust you on something I've never heard of. Okay, I've never heard of this company. They're monthly. Monthlies only do it once a month. Kind of like a friend of my sex life. That's horrible. Once a month. Oh, can you imagine? Anyway, once a month is all you can do on a covered call with these type of companies. The numbers just don't work for me. If you like them, more power to you. I don't. Sorry. Okay, the numbers just don't work. Okay, RB21. Okay, I wouldn't be giggling if I were you, dude. SCHD, that's even worse. Okay, you should really check out the numbers. What are the dividends? How often do they increase? And how are the dividend increases consistent? Or are they consistent? Okay. Now, if you're suggesting SHCD, I don't know if you buy it, if you're thinking of buying it, or you already bought it and you're trying to justify it. I wouldn't do it. Take a look at the numbers. Seriously, numbers don't lie. People do. If somebody sold it to you, well, they sold it to you because they probably got a commission off of it. Is it the best trade for you? Check the numbers. Look at the dividends, the historical dividends. This year, last year, the year before, the year before. How far back are the dividends? How consistent are they with their profitability? Is it 5 years, 10 years, 20? I like 20 years, personally, me. Now, there's plenty of stocks to have 20 years of increased dividends. To me, it's safe, it's predictable, and it's consistent. All right, so SCHD is a no. AMSC is a no. AVGO. AVGO. Who got that one? No problems. AVGO. Broadcom 176. 179. Oh, nice premiums. What kind of dividends have these things have paid out? Because I don't think I ever remember buying them. AVGO. Well, let's take a look at the dividends. How often have they consistently increased their dividends? Well, let's take a look. Oh, 2010. Wait a second. That's only 14 years. Okay? Well, it doesn't really fit. All right, so 2011, it's 1 cent. Then it went to 2. Then it took 2 years for it to go up to 3. Then it went to 4. Then it went to 5. Then to 10. To 18. To 35. Wait a second. Wait. Hold the phone. All right. So if they're moving up nicely, 2016 they're at 5 cents. 2017 they're at 10. They just doubled the dividends. Cool. I like that. However, okay, the end of 2017 they're up to 18 cents a share. That's an 80% increase. That's awesome too. However, 2018 they doubled. Okay, 100% increase from 18 to 35. But by the end of 2018, well, they cut it down in half again. All right, then it went to 27 to 33 to 36 to 41 to 46 to 53. So they only have 14 years of increased dividends. All right, 14 years. What have they been paying? What is the ROI that they're offering to their clients? 1.18%. Okay, so as a long-term play, hell no. Okay, it only has 14 years of dividends. Shall I let it slide? I'm probably not going to, but I'll take a look at the numbers for those of you who don't mind a company that's profitable for 14 years. All right, but remember, if you're buying it to hold it, they're only offering 1.8%. But if you do the covered calls every single week, even if you're adding 0.5% every week just by doing covered calls, that's an extra 24% a year. Well, that's pretty freaking nice if you think about it. So let's go back to where we were. Okay, so here's the chart for AVGO. The high of the year is 186. The bottom of the year, 89.44. A year ago, we're at 93. Now we're at 76. Look at the movement. It's almost predictable. Goes up, pulls back, goes up, pulls back. Okay, last 90 days. 90 days ago, back in early September, we're down at the 134.90. $134.90 bottom 3 months ago. It's not about 3 months ago, isn't it? Yeah, somewhere around there. She goes up, pulls back, up, pulls back, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's in a down cycle at this moment. It doesn't look very good on the 90-day time frame. So let's take a closer look at the last 30 days. Yeah, it doesn't look any better in the last 30 days. Okay, 30 days ago we're at 181.19. Okay, week later, or sorry, 4 days later? 4 days later, there's the top, 181. She drops, profit taking, back up, profit taking, back up, profit taking again. So AVGO might be a good idea to keep your eye on in the next 2 or 3 or 4 days, because eventually you see the chart where she's dropping right now, right here in this area. Okay? She's eventually going to find a bottom, turn around and go back up again. Fine. But do you like AVGO? That's the big question. Okay, big question. If you don't understand the company, if you don't know what they do, if you're not okay with owning it long term, then don't buy it. Okay, yeah, they pay a dividend. Yeah, they consistently increase. Yeah, all that good stuff. But are you okay with it? Are you okay with buying it and owning it? 176 to 177s are going for 430. That's more than 2% per week. Now, we've already talked about this. 2% a week. Uh-oh, I missed that question. Uh-oh, I missed a question on YouTube. TRMD. Oh. TRMD. Bulldog. What the heck is TRMD? Never heard of them. Torn. Yeah, that's going to be a no. Yeah, it is. Let's go back to AVGO. Alright. Sorry, dude. That was a no. I've never heard of that one before. Okay, so back to AVGO. Here we are. The last 30 days. It doesn't look very promising. What does it normally do? Normally, she just goes very slightly to the upside. Very slight. Towards the end of the year. This is over the last 10 years. Normally just go sideways and a little bit to the upside. Alright, fine. AMSC. What is AMSC? Anyway. That was AVGO. Let's go back to where we were. Alright. Next on the list. I'm not even going to bother with SCHD, dude. Seriously, I tell you what. RB21. Do me a favor. Okay? Go offline for a second. Go to Yahoo Finance, Google Finance, whatever finance company you get your information from. Check the dividends and the history of the dividend payments to their shareholders for however long SCHD did. And then take a look at the current yield year to date as of today. Okay, you'll be very disappointed. Come back to me by the end of the... I'm going to be here till 11:30. So come back and we'll talk about it. Okay? Fair enough? All right. AMSC, we already said no to that one. AVGO, we already looked at that one. It's in a downspin. We're going to take a look at it in another day or two. We'll keep our eye on it. So as soon as it finds the bottom, it turns around. If they're going to be offering 2% on 3 days, I can imagine what they're offering for a week. Right now, 177. So going for $5. Nice. That's almost 3%. I like that idea. Let's get out of there. Back to here and back to here. Oh, wait a minute. No, we want to take a look at that one. We don't need to see all 12, maybe 8. 8 will be fine. All right, let's keep on going. Oliver Rabbit. Yeah, they say I'm at the tail end of the boomers and the front end of the Xers. Because I was born in 64, and they say the boomers ended in 63 or 64, and then the Gen Xers started in 63. No, 65, I think they say. I'm kind of in nowhere. It's like nobody wants me. The boomers don't want me because I'm too young, and the Xers don't want me because I'm too old. How did you learn how to trade and make a living? Well, Zach, I don't make a living doing this. I'm retired. Okay, I have enough in my retirement account at 1% a week allows me to just, live comfortably off of my interest. Okay, I'm too young to collect Social Security, and I personally think it's not a lot of money whatsoever. But that being said, my little nest egg is going to last me for the rest of my life. So I have to take advantage of it, or I have to take control of it, or give it to someone else. Okay, that I've seen the numbers that someone else actually offers, and nobody offers enough for me not to have to go back to work. Okay, and I've been working since 1973. I think I deserve a break. All right, I'm tired. I'm bored. I'm tired of listening to people. I just want to be left alone and relax for the rest of my days. Okay, I've earned it, I think. Okay, so the amount of money I have, I put it aside and I get 1% every single week. That allows me to have the nice, comfortable living that I have. Past performance does not predict future results. Oh, okay, Oliver. Oliver, let's take a look at this for a second here, Oliver. I don't even know if he's still here. But Oliver, here on the screen you're seeing right now, this is my current trades. It's not past performance, it's current performance. All right. Week 43, that was last week. Okay. 10-17, wait a minute, no. That was 2 weeks ago. All right. So I did Riley, Riot, Alley, Marathon, MU. What did I make last week? Oh, I mean that week, 2.2. Week number 41, 1.7. Week number 40, 3.7. Week 39, 2.3. Goes all the way back, all the way to week number 1 of this year. These are all actual trades this year. Okay, and you're right, I don't make 1% all the time. Look at this, week number 22. The 9th week of the second quarter. There's 13 weeks in every quarter. So 9th week, second quarter. Oh, you know what, the easiest way to do that is just click on this. May 28th. Okay, so the end of May. Every single trade I've done so far this year, I post. Every single trade I make this week, I'm going to post next week after it's done. And you will see that it's not past performance, it's current performance. I don't know if that makes sense to you, or if you understand the, future tense, present tense, that kind of stuff. How did I learn to do this? I learned to do this by making a whole bunch of mistakes. Okay, you make a mistake, you don't do that again. It's pretty simple. All right, and bridge. Oh, I'm missing some of these questions. Hi James, what type of training is it called? It's called Dividend Capturing 2.0. Basically what we're doing is we're waiting for a company to pay its dividend. Because when a company pays its dividend, the stock has a tendency to go up in value. When the stock goes up in value, well, we know the price is going up. So what trade do you make? Well, here I'm trying to teach you the simplest, easiest, and safest trading strategy, because nobody wants to lose money. That's kind of pointless. So if you jump in, you buy it at the beginning of the day, at the market open, and you sell a covered call against it. A covered call just so happens to be the safest strategy there is, because you're buying the stock, you're selling somebody the option to buy it from you. So here, the one I'm looking at right now, buying at 176, I'm selling it at 176. Okay, what sense does that make? It makes no sense whatsoever. But what you're missing is that I'm buying the 176 stock at this moment in time, selling the stock option 176 against it. So I don't really make anything off of the stock itself, but I make money off of the premium, the insurance payment they pay. That's where I'm making my 1%. If the stock goes up, great. If the stock stays exactly where it is, fine. If it goes down, well, at least they're increasing their dividends every year, and I get higher and higher payments every single year. That's worst case scenario. So I'm okay with worst case scenario. And it does have weekly options, so I can consistently bring money in on it every single week. And that's my goal, consistent cash flow. All right. AMSC, we already looked at that one. Procter & Gamble, which is PG. That's another dividend king. They've been around for over 100 years. Look at the movement. High of the year, 177.94. That was Baby Dragon. How are you today? Sorry, kiddo, I don't know you. I don't invite anyone on. I don't know. Sorry, but I do appreciate the offer, though. The high was towards the middle of September. Okay, that was around 177. The bottom, 142. Well, that was back in mid-December of last year. Look at the movement. Down, up, nice movement. Pulls back, and then she bounces off the new bottom. So let's take a closer look at it. All right. Last 90 days. Here's our high, here's our low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the direction. Up, down, up, down. Now she's turning going up again, or is she? Let's take a close look, even at the last 30 days, because we see where it is on the last 90-day chart. Give an idea there. Let me turn this one a little bit more so we can see all of that screen. There we go. Almost all that screen. All right, so last 30 days. Last 30 days makes everything look a lot different. Okay, so 30 days ago, we opened up at 169.46. 2 days to the upside, and there's our 30-day top, 174.91. Okay, so from there, you got those people just like me, profit taking, so we start selling our stocks, the stock goes down, finds the bottom on the 6th, which was 4 days ago. Ooh, the wind be blowing outside. That sounds nasty out there. Supposed to get down to what, the 30s tonight? Chilly. Anyway, 159.71 is our bottom, and that was 4 days ago, last Wednesday. So Thursday's an update, Friday's an update, not Monday, not Tuesday. So it kind of, remember I told you I like 2 days the upside? This would have been perfect. However, on Monday, she opened up down from its close on Friday. So it was like, oh, it just stalled out. So it looks like we're waiting for another 30-day bottom set up with Procter & Gamble. So Procter & Gamble is going to be a no this week. Sorry. Okay, Andrew, so do you buy one and sell one at the same time? Yes. We're going to actually go in and do one in a little bit. So just sit tight. Map. I already looked at Procter & Gamble. I already looked at AMSC. Okay. Oh. Asim wants to do GEV. I've never heard of it. So it's not going to come out good, whatever I have to say about it. All right, so GEV, GE Vernova. Never heard of them. Okay, they're going to be a basic no for a while. Reason being, okay, the high of the year was yesterday. So once you get to a high of a year, you're going to have people taking profits. That's exactly what started today. Today she opened up lower, and then she kept on dropping. So unfortunately, it's going to be 2-3 weeks before I even look at this thing again. Because once the profits start taking and other investors see it starting to drop, well, they jump ship too. Joey, how are you doing tonight? Glad you're here there, Joey. So that being said, I mean, it's like once you start jumping ship, once you say jump ship, you know, people start jumping and the stock keeps dropping. Okay, how far it will drop? Well, the market will let us know. All right, that being said, next on the list, SCHD, hell no. Oh, okay, we already looked at AVGO, so TTD. What the heck is TTD? Trade desk. Yeah, no. 2 reasons. One, I've never heard of it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've heard of the company, but I know it's not 20 years old. And the high is just recent. So profit taking is imminent. All right, so TTD. Let's take a look at Yahoo Finance. Now, for you guys just joining in, the screen behind me is live on YouTube, so you can actually get to see some of these small numbers. No dividends. Yeah, sorry, no dividends, no thank you. Simple, right? No dividends, no thank you. No options, no thank you. No weeklies, no thank you. All right, we already looked at this one. How did I learn? I had too much money to deal with. I had to figure out what to do with it. AMSC is a no. Okay, Bill, MU. Let's take a look at MU. Haven't looked at MU in a while. Micron, 103.69. Well, if you wanted to know, it's going to be a no for this week, but there's something else up my sleeve. You ready? Here's the high at 157.73. That was back in June. The bottom was actually a year ago at 73.12. She went sideways for a bit, shot up to the high, drops, does a couple of bounces, and settles out right where we are at 104. Okay, fine. What does the last 30 days look like? Where can we anticipate this going? Well, 30 days ago today, she goes up, pulls back, big up, and 3 days to the downside. Here's the little trick right here. You ready for this one? Some of you guys are going to like this one. Look at the last trade, 104.10. Well, the current bid, 103.62, which is lower. The ask, 103.69, which is also lower. Now, we're in a downward turn 3 days in a row. The market maker is pushing the numbers down because the last trade was 104. Well, the bid is 103 and the ask is 103. So the market maker is definitely pushing this price down. But if we keep our eye on it, because Micron has good premiums, okay? I would anticipate by the end of the week she's probably at the new bottom, getting ready to turn around, go back up again. So we will continue to look at Micron all week long to find out exactly where that bottom is. Alrighty, Zach, how did you learn how to trade and make a living? Okay, I'm retired, Zach. We already talked about this. All right, map, it's merging. Okay, that doesn't make me feel any better. Okay, see, when companies merge, there's no predictability and no consistency and no historical performance because it's a new entity. Okay, you could have two separate units that both do great individually, but when they come together, it could be a disaster. Who knows, right? All right, we already did that. Enbridge, is it ENB? Isn't Enbridge ENB? ENB. Enbridge, yeah, I was right. Weird for a stock I never trade. It's a monthly. It's a no. What about vertical spread on AVGO? All right, Hammer Sophia. I'm not 100% sure on AVGO or vertical spread. AVGO. Now we already looked at it, and we already. I decided for me, it's going to be a no. Whoops. Yeah, AVGO. All right, so Hammer Sophia, you ready? My opinion, this is just my opinion by looking at the chart. 30 days ago, we're here. She goes up a little bit, pulls back. Up a little bit, pulls back bigger. Up a little bit, pulls back, finds the 30-day bottom on the 30 days on the 31st. Okay, that was 2 weeks ago. Okay, a week later, we're challenging that 30-day high again. Now you have 3 days to the downside. Great. By the way the chart looks, and let's combine it with seasonality, because seasonality will tell us what does it normally do. So normally it just goes sideways. All right, so if it continues just sideways, maybe it will come down a little bit more and go up a little bit. Maybe it'll stay within that little channel. Okay, maybe. You just don't know. Okay, so it's in a current position now where I wouldn't buy it to hold to go do a covered call, because on a covered call you want it to stop dropping, turn and go back up. Okay, this right here, there's a whole bunch of different trades you can do with this type of a pattern because she's in a downturn. There's a lot of things you can do if you think it's going to continue to go down, and by the looks of it, it looks like it should come down to around 170, 172, or even 168, somewhere down in this area, because you got the previous 30-day bottom here. Usually, people are very predictable and very consistent with their habits when they're buying and they're selling. So we get a little bit of profit, great. Now it's going down. How far down is it going to go before it turns around again? Is it tomorrow? Is it the next day? Well, we're going to keep our eye on it. So let's keep on keeping on. All right, some more questions. Enbridge. Yeah, Allegro Systems, you need to give me the symbol. All right, Sinbad. Evening, James. James app for next week. 40 AAP. Now, I actually have some advanced auto parts. The high was 88.56. That was back at the end of March. The bottom was just a week or two ago. Okay, and that was on the 31st. Look at the movement. Nice movement to the upside. However, today is a little bit of a pullback. Could it starting the profit taking and the stock coming down? I don't know. It could. I think the 40s look good. Well, the 40s do look pretty good if you like it at 40. Right now, she's in a downturn. What does it normally do? Okay, so it should stay down in this area for a little while longer, so the 40 might be a good play. Let's see exactly what the 40 looks like. Let's move on over to the current stock. Let's take a look at the 40s. Do one quick one. Oops. There we go. At the market price. Now, for those of you guys, if I'm going too fast, that's perfectly okay because, like I said, the screen behind me, everything you're looking at is actually being recorded onto YouTube. So you can, if you want to, go back and watch. If something looks interesting, you don't quite get it, go back and watch the video over and over again. Because I'm giving you all the information you need. You don't really need me for anything. I'm showing you everything. Okay, you just, sometimes people want, you know, someone to confirm with them and someone to talk to and walk them through it. Well, that's what I'm here for. All right, so this is what the trade looks like. Buy one covered call AAP 100s. Those are the weeklies. 15 November 24, well, that's this coming Friday. The $40 call over the stock, okay, because you're selling the $40 call. It means I'm selling the right for someone to buy it from me at 40. I'm buying it $40.10. I'm selling it $40. Well, I'm losing 10 cents right at the top, but I'm collecting a nice premium. Okay, so the premium actually gives me my 1%. Okay, so currently the stock is at $40.10. The break-even price is $36.98. So anything above $36.98 is going to be a profit. Well, good. Well, now I know my predictability. Also, look at the profit I'm making. $301 for one contract. So if I had two contracts, it's 602. Three contracts, 903, so on and so forth. As it increases, the more contracts you do. Okay, so I am going to figure out the profit. By doing that, we take the profit, which is 301 and 50 cents, divided by the purchase price for the 100 shares that equal to the one. Did you move the house or rooms? Alex, I'm up in Maine visiting, so I'll be back in my office or my broadcast room Friday night, Thursday night, Friday night. I don't even know what my itinerary is. I know that it's in my email, and I know I'll get a confirmation request 2 days before. So it's one of those things. It's like, why do I need to keep it in my mind if it's written down somewhere? So I keep my mind free. I keep my mind empty. There you go. My mind is empty. No, it's written down somewhere, so when the time comes, I will be notified so I don't think about it. All right, as I was saying, 301.50 is going to cost 3,699. So that's like 3,700 bucks. So I'm going to divide it by 36.99, and that'll give me a rate of return. That can't be right. Who? Sinbad, did you see the numbers? 8%? Can that be right? I'm not sure if that's right. But if it is, that's freaking awesome. I don't think I have any money left. Damn it. But why is it so high? That's an interesting question. Not that I'm complaining. I mean, I already own some. I wouldn't mind buying more. 40s. Okay, where am I? Okay. Hold that thought. You ready? AAP, not in this account. Whoops. What? What am I doing? Oh, okay. This account, there it is right there, AAP. 4062. Damn it. 4062. This account. 4035. Okay. So AAP does look rather appealing. And that's this week's. All right, we'll have to see what it opens up in the morning. More questions. Do you like Tesla? Nope. WBD. What the heck is WBD? WBD. Warner Brothers. Interesting. Warner Brothers. Wow, that's going to be a no. Only because, not that any other reason other than it's at the high at the moment. I don't buy when the stock is this high because you're going to have profit taken. I don't want to get into that kind of crap. All right. BJ Boy. BJ Boy? Really? BJ Boy. Tesla is going to be a no. Stan. Verizon. Okay, I got to plug in. Oh, my phone's going to die. If my phone dies, party will be over. All right. So let's unplug this one. And we're going to plug in this one. Give me a second. Come on. That about right? Yeah, that's about right. All right, there we go. Looks a little different, but okay. Tesla's going to be a no. So RB21, did you come up with those answers yet? Can I see the walls? Why do you want to see the walls? Enbridge and Allegro Microsystems. You actually got to give. Enbridge, we already looked at, it's a no. ALM, is that right? What is Allegro Microsystems? How much do I make? I make enough. Yeah, I have no idea what that means. All right, your thoughts on Dogecoin? Sorry, Musa, I don't do Dogecoins. I don't do cryptocurrency. Eric Dickerson, hello. Microsystems, Verizon, please. Stan, Verizon, huh? All right, wait a second. We're in Warner Brothers. Why are we looking at Warner Brothers? All right, now. Yeah, we already said Warner Brothers is going to be a no because it's going to have profit taken. It might be okay in a week or two, but not this week. AZN, what the heck is AZN? Hold that thought. We're going to take a look at Verizon first. VZ. Well, that's going to be a no. Look at the tail. This just keeps dropping and dropping and dropping. As soon as we find the bottom, now I'm going to write Verizon down for this week, so keep our eye on it. Good. This week and next week, because as soon as she finds the bottom, it's going to all depend on what the numbers look like. Right now at 40.39, the 40.50s are going for not enough money. Wow, that was quick. AZN. AstraZeneca, really? Okay, 65s are going for 86. The 66s are going for 41. Huh. Okay. This is GE Power Division spinoff. The profitable part of GE. Cardiology guy, dude, how you been? Yeah, we talked about that a couple of months ago. Yeah, sorry, I as good as it may sound, I don't do stuff like that because it's new, basically a new company. So you're asking me to invest in a new company. There's no predictability and no consistency. I'm sorry, it's like I'm not in a position where I want to put money aside and watch it grow or watch it decline. No, I want consistent predictability and consistent income. Okay, something that's proven consistent. So I'm not going to buy a company that doesn't have has any seasonality to it. All right, Verizon. I already said no to Verizon. AstraZeneca. All right, a year ago, 63.26, bottomed out in February at 60.40. The high of the year was at 87.74. That was the end of August. From there, she just drops almost like a rock. Okay, last 30 days, here we go. 30 days ago, we opened up at 77.04. Okay. 3 days later, there's the high, 78.66. From there, she drops one gap down, two gap downs, three gap downs, a little bit of an upturn, and today is the new 30-day bottom. So far, tomorrow it might be lower. We don't know. So AstraZeneca might be one we'll take a look at tomorrow and the next day. JV Brew, P-A-N-W, P-A-N-W. Palo Alto Networks. Well, it's going to be a no for this particular reason right here. It's currently, the high was yesterday. It's like, why would I buy at the high of the year? The profit's already been taken. Okay? As soon as the profit is there, people are going to take it away. Look at a couple of weeks ago. She goes up, profit taken. She goes up, profit taken. She goes up, well, there's going to be profit taken now. Okay? That being said, let's move on. Oh, Tracy, OKE. What the heck is OKE? Sounds like something you find in Oklahoma. That's a no, because it is a monthly, and I don't do monthlies. I don't know you do, so I don't do that. James, who decorated your cabin? Felix, I did. Thank you very much. A BH97. We already did AstraZeneca. Matthew, what's going to happen? What's going to happen with what? Which ticker was that? Oh my goodness, which ticker was that? AZN, AstraZeneca. Will this bull run be bigger than 2021? That I don't know. Oh, which ticker was 8%? That was Advanced Auto Parts. Oh, that's right. That's why they get the earnings coming up. AAP, right? Advanced Auto Parts been down this year, but could be due to a turnaround. Cool beans. Nice premium for the Wednesday. AstraZeneca, look at that one. GNS, glad I bought it at 59 cents today. Well, that's definitely something we're not going to look at. Spirit Airlines is too new. Sorry. Hayden, it's too new. Doesn't have enough history to it behind it. And Rockland, we already looked at Ford. Sebastian, not a good thing. All right, let's go to the book. Marathon, we looked at WELL. What the heck is WELL? Okay, Rockland, we already looked at Ford. Okay, WELL is going to be a no. Okay, it's a monthly. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. MicroStrategy. Didn't we already take a look at micro already? Okay, next on the list, Alibaba. Somebody wanted us to take a look at Alibaba. Ray DeRay. What do you mean, are we glitched? Alibaba. It's in a downturn. Why would we jump in at a downturn? A year ago, we're at 82.59. The bottom of the year was right in the middle of January. That was 66.63. The high was what, last couple of weeks ago? And that was 110. Well, 30 days ago was the 30-day high. We got one gap down on the 15th, a gap down on the 17th, a gap down on the 21st, a gap down on the 24th, a gap down on the 6th, a gap down on the 8th, and another gap down today. That does not look good at all. Yeah, Rockland, we're on Alibaba right now. Okay, so that being said, okay, I would seriously be looking for a bottom, because, and then I'd be looking at what is the news at Alibaba. Are they going bankrupt? Are they diversifying? Are they being broken up? Why is it the big drop? Whoa, that was a good one. Ooh, love a good sneeze. All right, that being said, you really have to ask yourself, mole for the chill factor. They have a Q3 on Friday. Oh, interesting. All right. Well, finding the bottom. Thank you, no nickname. Finding the bottom will probably be key at this moment because it could be tomorrow, it could be Thursday, it could be Friday. Whoa. All right. That being said, let's go to our next one. So I would wait personally. All right, Hayden, Shopify is not have 20 years of increased dividends, dude. Seriously. They haven't even been around 20 years yet. Thank you, Amy. Next on my list, considering Alibaba's a no, Home Depot. Wow. Runny nose and sneezing. And it snowed today. These these three things do not go well together. Oh, shit. Here we go. Home Depot. Now, we did jump into Home Depot on Monday. All right, again, Home Depot. Big drop down today. Okay. A year ago was the bottom of the year, 287. She jumps up 396, drops back down to 326, back up. Here's the high on the 15th of October, and that is 421.56. You're obviously allergic to temperatures below 40. That could be true. You never know. But I was born and raised up here. But I moved out in 86. I moved to Florida in 86. So now that I'm retired, I just travel back and forth. All right. Last 30 days. Here we go. 30 days ago, we opened up at 410.56. 2 days later, there's the high, 421.56. Drops to last Wednesday. Last Wednesday being the day after the election. That bottom was 381.72. Well, look at this. We have 1, 2, 3 days the upside. However, today did make another high, but it also made a new low. Higher high, higher low. What's it doing? Who really knows? Anyway, so she hit a new high today, but she pulled back. But that was 4 days to the upside. But could it be pulling back now? Tomorrow will be key to find out, is it continuing going to the upside, or is it actually having the profit taking starting already? Who knows? But I did jump into it. I think I got it at 403, and I sold the 410s. Okay. Wow, tired. Procter and Gamble is next. Procter and Gamble. Interesting. Our highs 177.94. That was in the beginning of September. Bottom was the middle of December. Didn't we look at Procter and Gamble today? A year ago, we're at 152. Now we're at 165. Nasir, hi, how you doing? So at the beginning, a year ago, she drops, shoots up nicely, pulls back, and now she's retracing. Okay, last 30 days. There we go. Look at that. 3 days up, 4 weeks down, 3 days up, 2 days down. All right, is what it is. It's trying to make a recovery. Not quite. It's still overall going to the downside. overall. All right, not looking like something I jump into. David, vacation is very relaxing. Okay, I feel kind of weird doing nothing all day long. Question: in a bear market, do you get good opportunities to trade your strategy, or is it mainly in bull? No, it's unaffected by both ways because even in a downturn, some stocks still go up. Okay, and if a company is going to be paying a dividend and increasing in a down market or an up market, remember the companies I'm looking at have consistently increased their dividends every single year, some as much as 5 or 6 decades. We've had many recessions in the last 20, 30 years. So if the company is still profitable and they're consistently increasing their dividends, well, then it stays on my list and I keep trading it. So as long as I'm consistently getting at 1% every week, I'm pretty much, I haven't really been affected by pullbacks in the market yet. What do you do if the stock you own keeps going down? Oh, you mean like the one that happened to me this year? Well, eventually, you dance to the music long enough, you got to pay the fiddler. Okay, so you're not going to win every single time. Now, I show you guys 3 accounts. Okay, this account here, I think, has 4 losses this year. Okay, I have one account that I share with you guys has no losses at all this year. Okay, and the other account, so the 3 accounts I share with you, one has no losses, one has 2, this one here has 4. So for the most part, it's always depending on the numbers, and never buy something you're not okay with holding. So whether it goes up or whether it goes down really should be irrelevant. The main question should be, if you're consistently investing, is how many shares am I able to get this week, if that's the type of trading you're doing. So it always comes down to what kind of trading are you doing? What is your ultimate goal? Well, for me, like I told you, it's simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. I buy on Mondays, I sell on Fridays. I like to be in and out. I don't want to hold on to anything. You're welcome, Jonathan. All right, so Procter & Gamble, I'd be looking for a new bottom. Next on the list is going to be for, what do I think of CEG? Didn't we look at CEG earlier today? CEG, Constellation Energy. Yeah, I remember. Oh, I'm going to try to read that one. GMEMELTUP. Interesting. How am I, sir? I'm fine. Thank you for asking. All right. So, Constellation Energy. Never heard of them. So, let's go to Yahoo Finance and see, does CEG even fit? Because what I'm looking for is 20 years of dividends, or increased dividends. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. The dividend's $1.41 a share with a 0.59 rate of return. Are you kidding? All right, historical data. I find it strange that some people invest money into companies and they don't even bother looking at the statistics. Can you answer my question? Nasir, what was your question? All right, let's go back to Nasir's question. Hello, that's a question, Nasir? Where's question? Question. I can't see the question, Nasir. Wow, how long ago did you ask it? All right, Nasir, you gonna do me a favor, dude? Ask me the question again, because I'm not seeing it. Okay, I'm looking around. I can't see it, Jonathan. You had 2 comments to change. Jonathan, thank you for that, sir. So we're looking at CEG. All right, so the dividends only. Let's look at the maximum amount of dividends this company has paid. Are you shitting me? 2 years? Dude, seriously? Why are you putting your money into a company that's only 2 years old? The first dividend they paid was February 2022. And it was only 14 cents. Well, granted, 2023 is 28. This year is 35. It's nice movement, great. But it's only what? We're in the 3rd year? Yeah, sorry. How can get profitable? Oh, that's easy. Getting profitable is really not that difficult. You have to pick the right stocks and not get emotional. You're not getting married to these stocks. You're taking them out on a date. You're getting lucky. You're bringing them home and saying thank you. That's a crude way of looking at it. Holy shit. But the girls, you can look at it the same way. You go on a date, you're having a good time, fine. Okay, you come back, and you're back to where you started again. Something like that. I like to simplify things. Basically, you're buying a stock for a certain price, you're selling for the exact same price, you're collecting a small premium, and that premium is small, but it adds up over the year. And that comes to 50% per year. Now, if you're doubling your money every 16 months, I really don't see the big problem. Thank you, sir. You are looking for 20 years of the company paying dividends. Yes and no, Hunter. Paying dividends is one thing. Consistently increasing the dividends year after year after year, that's a totally different story. Because you can have a company starting out paying $2 a share and then slowly dropping year after year after year after year. 20 years later, now they're at what, 1 cent, 2 cent? Yeah, no, thank you. There's a difference between 20 years of dividends and 20 years of increased dividends every single year, higher and higher and higher. Okay, so most people usually lose money by number one, using the wrong terminology, number two, selling rather than buying, buying rather than selling, hitting the wrong button. It's always the simplest things where you can go wrong. It's like, oh shit, I sold it instead of buying it. Oh, I bought it instead of selling it. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh, yeah. That's the number one reason most people lose money, hitting the wrong button, or saying, 20 years of dividends, not 20 years of increasing dividends. You're just missing one word, and that one word could be huge. My question is, how can I understand the step to be with you going on? Oh, that. Well, I have a morning trading group. Okay, every morning we jump on live trading on Zoom, and that would be right here. Hold on a second. Home page. Here we go. Okay, the dividend, the 10-minute trader. Okay, right over here where it says live trading online. Yeah, I do a live morning trading group every time. Tell me the link. The link is right there. Right there in the bio. You go to the top screen, right there where my picture is. Tell me the link. It's patreon.com/dividend stock talk. All right, let's get out of that one. Let's get back to where we were. Not this commercialized. I'm not trying to sell anything. I want to just look at stuff. Oh, Bicky, can I pick on you? You like QQQ. There is a scammer. Yes, there is. There is a whole bunch of scammers. 28 as far as I know. But how long do you have to hold a stock before you qualify for the dividend? Ooh, good question. 1 day. There's 4 dates. Now, but it's an important day, though. 4 dates to remember. Date number 1 is the announcement date. Okay, let's go over to the calendar. I'm trying to find a good stock. There we go. There you go. Occidental Petroleum. Okay. 4 dates to remember when it comes to buying dividend stocks. Date number 1, right down here. The dividend announcement date. It tells you when the company is going to pay the dividend. Number 2, the EX dividend date. That's the last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid. You have to buy the stock before the EX dividend date. Okay, that's this little green dot right here. Date number 3, the date of record. Whoever owns the stock on the date of record is entitled to the dividend. Okay, and the payment date. When are you actually getting your payment? Yep, this here. Really, he tried to get my money. Okay, yeah, Nasir, I always tell people, you want to talk to me, leave me a phone number, I'll give you a call. That's what I always tell people. I always say, I don't do cryptocurrency. I don't do forex. I don't do futures. I don't do those quick trades, or what do you call those things? Smart contracts. I don't do those either. Yeah, you can make a lot of money in those. Yeah, you can lose a lot of money on those. See, I like simple, safe, consistent, and predictable. My number one. Okay, don't put your phone number here, dude. Okay, get your phone number off of here. You got to send it to me in the bio. Like, we're actually right up here. See it? Yeah, click up here where it's in the bio, right there. Put your number there, and I'll give you a call tomorrow because I'm not going to be able to find this number later on. Bill Kardashian back again. Oh, wait a minute. There was another Kardashian here a little while ago. What's going on? Nothing but the rent, Mr. Bill. All right. All right, where was I? Oh, so those are the 4 dates you got to remember. The announcement date, EX date, dividend date, no, sorry, date of record, and then the payment date. All right, so you got to buy it before the EX date. All right, back here. Where were we? CEG. Yeah, we said no to CEG, didn't we? Because it doesn't have the dividends that we're looking for. All right, next one on the list, Ford. I saw that you're in Maine. Man, you get around. Hey, life is short. You gotta live it up. Gotta have fun. It's very quiet. Just the guys. You know, it's like a guy's place. Don't get me wrong. Girls are invited. You know, they're always invited. They're invited anywhere. But you know, it's no modern conveniences. It's very laid back. We sit around, watch TV all day long, or um, go out, shoot guns, make noise, chop down trees, work on the tractors. We get an old World War II Army truck, big 6-wheel drive. It's weird shit. All right, nostalgic tunes. Hello, how's it going tonight? It's going great. How long do you usually hold on to a stock? Perfect world, it would be 5 days. Jump in on Monday, get out on Friday. Perfect world. That's happened to me 3 times in 20 years. Okay, load up all these stocks, then everything gets sold on Friday. 3 times, that's it. Ray, yeah, it's very quiet. We don't do a whole heck of a lot, and we get a huge barn to play in. And we work about maybe an hour or 2 a day, and then we just hang around, drink beers, and either barbecue or throw something on the grill, watch TV, and just fucking relax and do nothing. So nice doing nothing. Yes, and chop firewood. You see, I did a video earlier today with me chopping some firewood because, you know, that's what we did first thing this morning. You know, like we got done with the whole cord of wood, so we got the whole trailer loaded up with wood, and it's like 10:30 in the morning. It's like, we're done already? What are we gonna do for the rest of the day? So we did a lot of nothing. All right, Constellation Energy. No, thank you. Next on the list, like I said, was going to be Ford. So let's take a look at Ford again. Why are we looking at Ford again? We already looked at Ford tonight, so I'm not gonna look at it again. Do you use candlesticks view, and why not? I have no idea what you mean by candlesticks view. Okay, I know there's like 3 or 4 different ways of viewing a chart. Well, the regular candlesticks, you have the high wick, you have the low wick, you have the open, the close, all that kind of nice, neat stuff. There's 5 things you want to see. Okay, the high of the day, the low of the day, the opening of the day, the close of the day, the volume of the day. Well, that's all within inside the candlesticks. I don't know what you mean by candlestick view, though. And I can use basically any style, only because I know how to read both of them. Well, I know how to read all of them. You know, you get the high, you low, you open, you close. 86, what's happening, dude? We only got, what, 45 minutes left and you're showing up? Hope you had a good day today. All right, let me go back to where I was. Because, you know, we get used to something. I don't want to confuse people. Guidance. Hey, James and everyone. Hope you are enjoying your time up there. I feel weird doing nothing. But you know what? I get up early in the morning. I do some chores around the farm. Or what I don't know what to call it, the retreat. Okay, the old cabin. What does candlestick show us that line does not? Oh, well, now that is an interesting question. Well, let's look around and see. All right, candlesticks, okay, shows us gaps, which lines don't. Okay, candlesticks also shows us the high of the day, the low of the day, the opening of the day, and the close of the day. Also, the range of the day. See this R right here, the letter R? That's the range. How high, how low? What's the difference between the high and the low? Well, if you keep your eye on that R, 30 days ago, it moved 20 cents. Very next day, it moved 29 cents. And then it moved 20 cents, 13 cents, 30 cents, 23, so on and so forth. So the 5 numbers get you to see, okay, the high, the low, the open, the close, and the range. 5 numbers. You don't get that with a line chart. Okay, so it gives you good ideas, but look at the line chart as compared. Okay, same thing, but the line chart doesn't show you this is a gap down. All this shows you is it's going down. Well, there's a big, huge difference between a stock going down or dropping. Okay, line chart doesn't show you that. Top, is Schwab Mobile a trusted app? I don't use Schwab Mobile. The only mobile app I use is Robinhood. It's simple, it's easy, it's made to go on the phone. Okay, Thinkorswim is great on the computer or laptop. On phone, it's horrible. My humble opinion, of course. Andrea, hey James, I just landed in Newark. Cool beans, I didn't even know you left. All right, how can you show possible low of a stock with charts day out, not just in the day? Oh, you mean forecasting? Oh, that's a tough one. Because there is, as far as I know, there is no forecast. They have some software. They'll give you an idea where it might be on the current statistics. They do have a software that does that. Me, I just using guesswork. She goes up and it looks like she's coming down. If it looks like it's going up, it looks like it's going up. I don't think there's anything that can predict with 100% accuracy. Whoops, wrong one. I want to change the line. I want to go back to the candlesticks. Thank you kindly. All right, Andrea. Roper Mike has some good day indicators, days out. Never heard of Roper Mike. Matt. Yesterday. Oh, YTSL pays monthly in Canada and tracks Tesla for $24. I had it at 17. Look up purpose. YTSL pays 800 monthly. Look up YTSL. What the heck is YTSL? YTSL. Huh. YTSL. Can't find the symbol there, dude. Sorry. Gina. I've seen you check the seasonality before. Where would I find that? All right, Gina. Seasonality would be under style. You come down to chart mode, and it comes to seasonality. Okay, back up to standard. Here we go. Yeah, AT&T, lovely. It pays me 800 monthly. Okay, Matthew, I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Mike is your morning trading, Andrea. Mike is on your morning trading group. Okay, Dogecoin, no. Purpose YTSL. Dude, I looked up YTSL, it's not coming up. From purpose covered call, no nav erosion. No idea what that means. It's not synthetic. I have no idea what that means either. YTSL for purpose investments. Still no idea, dude. Google it. Check out BGS. YTSL. This is probably going to be a YTSL. Okay. YTSL is not popping up. What is YTFSLETF? Ticker symbol YTSL, but it's not popping up at all. Okay, it's an ETF market Canada. Yeah, sorry, dude, it's just not on the list down here. So it's going to be a no. Sorry. It's really good. I get that. But here's the funny thing, Matthew. When I try to tell you I don't invest in stocks I've never heard of, YTSL, never heard of them. Okay, I've heard of Ford. I've heard General Motors. I've heard of Home Depot, Lowe's, Procter and Gamble, IBM, AT&T, ExxonMobil. I've heard of those companies. YTSL, I've never heard of. What do I think about Totally? Never heard of that one either. Bubbles, it's TSLY. Yeah, I know TSLY is Tesla, and that's a no. They don't have dividends. Google YTSL from Purpose. Yeah, sorry, it's going to be a no, dude. Sorry. It tracks Tesla. I don't trade Tesla. I'm not quite sure what you don't want to get by with that. Fair, that's okay. Sorry. It gives monthly dividends, tracks Tesla. Yeah, I still never heard of it. It's going to be a no. No, TSLY is the American one. Yeah, I get that. Or Netherlands, cool. All right, I'm glad you get it. Love the analysis every night. Thanks, Text and Bold, back again. Gen X Skater. Roller skater or skateboarder skater? Or ice skater? I don't know. Good channel. Thanks, Matthew. Don't get me wrong, Matthew. I have no problem looking at new stocks. It's just I won't invest in something I've never heard of. It just, to me, it doesn't make sense. Totally. Toely. Toely. What the heck is that? Toely. Tokyo Electron. That's going to be a no. No options. No thank you. Skateboard. Cool beans. I used to be able to do a handstand on a skateboard. What about Coca-Cola? Jellyfish. Coca-Cola, the premiums are horrible. Okay, currently the stock's at 63.25. The 63 is going for 47 cents. That's not even 1%. Most stocks in your account have a negative P&L, even making 2% a week. Are you losing money? Texan Bull, hold that thought for 1 second. Come on. There we go. Okay, so Texan Bull, you seeing? Top right corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a minute, is that right? 12, 23, 25. Okay, that's all year long. So as you can see, I still own them all. So I haven't lost them. All of these here are all profits. Okay, I think I have no losses at all in this particular account. Okay, this one. Now, this account here, I think I do have a loss or two. Yep. Okay, number one, I lost that one. And these two right here. Okay, Walmart and Ford. That's it. Can we talk about Home Depot? Which time period tells us what we need to know? 5 year, 1 year, 3 month? Oh, good question. Let's get out of here. Let's get back to here. Let's go out of there, back to here. Let's go back to here and Home Depot, huh? HD, Home Depot. Now, we already looked at Home Depot, so I'm not quite sure what it is you want to see. Can we talk about Home Depot? Well, let's do it. Which time period tells us what we need to know? 5 year, 1 year, 3 month. Well, are my charts coming through? My chat's coming through. This is the first time I got a chat from you, dude. Nostalgic tunes, yes. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, for a couple. Coca-Cola bottom should be at the of the year, early next year. Okay, Adam Thunderbolt. I understand that, but take a look at the premiums. The premiums aren't high enough for my desire. Okay, so user 001197811258. Home Depot. Not quite sure what numbers you want to look at. What I look at first and foremost is the 1 year chart. Where is it currently? Okay, the high, the low. Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? And what direction is it going? Well, it went up, it pulled back. It went up, it pulled back. Now it's going up again. Easy to see. Once I zoom in, I want to take a look at the last 90 days, which is the last 3 months. Now I look at one. Now I want to look for patterns. Okay, she dropped, shot up, dropped. Now she's shooting up. Simple enough. Great. Now I want to look at the 30 days. Because the 30 days is going to give me an idea of where it's going to be by Friday. Well, she went up, she went down, up, and then down again. Now she's going up. But is she? Look at today. Today she started off high. Now she's pulling back. Adam, I meant the end of this year. Okay, dude, I only buy 5 days at a time. Okay, I don't look for the end of the year. Okay, I'm looking for weekly cash flow. If you're looking for something you can jump into and then cash out on the end of the year, you're in the wrong place. Are these nightly sessions recorded? Where can I watch them? Mike, yes, they are. They are recorded. I got 2 live recordings on YouTube right now. So if you go to the 10-minute trader or Dividend Stock Talk, there's links everywhere. Okay, right up here in the left-hand corner, top left corner, where you see my picture right there. Yeah, you click on that, that will go to my bio. In the bio, you'll have all the information to my websites and whatnot, my social media, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. Not that I'm selling anything here, I'm just sharing information. If you guys want to buy something, hey, it's always something to buy, but I'm not selling anything. That being said, Home Depot, I'm not quite sure what you want to look at. Jellyfish, what stock should I look at weekly? Jellyfish, I can't tell you which ones you like. Okay, do you like Home Depot? Do you like Lowe's? Do you like AT&T? Do you like IBM? The king is back! Woohoo! I have no idea who you are, dude. Sorry. So that being said, yeah. So YouTube did 2 live recordings every night. That answered my question. Thanks. Alrighty then. Alright. All that being said, let's go to the next one on the list, and that would be Ally. A-L-L-Y. And here's Johnny. What do we got? Alrighty. A year ago was the bottom of the year. And that was 25.23. Nice run up to the high. So it goes from 25.23 to the high of 45. That's a $20 increase, which is almost 85%. That's a nice increase in what is that? 8 months? Okay, little pullback, back up, pull back, gap down, sideways. Now we're sitting at 36.66. Yeah, it's going to be a no, only because she gapped up last Wednesday. Okay, Thursday was up, Friday was up, and Monday was up. Today's pulled back, so it looks like it hit the high yesterday. Now it's starting to pull back. That was for, I believe that was for Andrea. Or was that, wait a minute, no, that was for Simone, if you're still here, Simone. I don't know, are you still out there, Simone? Simone, where are you? Anyway, so that's Allie, and I think that's all the questions for the evening. You guys ran out of questions. How can this be? couldn't have answered everything. All right, I could look at next week's list. So let's take a look at next week's list. Ooh, guidance wants to take a look at ExxonMobil. Give me a second to take a look at ExxonMobil. XOM. Interesting. The high of the year, 126.20. The bottom of the year, middle of January, 95.63. A year ago, 104. Right now, we're at 120. She went down, she went up, she went down, she went sideways, she went up, she went down. Now she's going up again. All right. Here we go. Last 30 days. Little different picture, right? 30 days ago, we opened up at 123.10. Very next day is the 30-day high, and that's 124.26. From there, she gapped down, kept on dropping right up until the 1st of November. The 1st of November was have a bottom at 114.84. Jumps up, goes sideways. We're currently sit at 120. No real direction whatsoever. Just kind of like hanging in the breeze. Zing. Hey, James, what are your thoughts on Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae? Thanks. I don't think I've ever traded either one of those. Okay, do they even have weekly options? I don't know. Okay, so anyway, guidance. I'm not quite done yet. Let's take a look at seasonality. What does it normally do this time of year? You know, our drill baby drill thing may have some kind of good come out of this. Yeah, she looks like she's just going sideways for the next couple of weeks. You know, very slight tilt to the upside, which is nice for calendar spreads and covered calls. That being said, next on the list, take a look at Comcast, CMCSA. Let's try it one more time, but actually with the ticker symbol, CMCSA. See, hit the wrong button. Even happens to me. All right, a year ago, Comcast is at 41.42. A couple of months later, there's our top at 47.11, and that was the end of January. Okay. From there, she finds the bottom, the end of April, 36.38. Last 30. There we go. Last 30 days. Okay, a month ago, 41.17. A week later, we bottomed out on the 21st, and that was 40.46. Shoots up to a high, a little retrace, a little challenging that high yet again on the 6th, which was a Wednesday. Okay, so 30's down, Friday's down, Monday's up, today's down. It looks like she should be coming down, but I don't know yet because she's getting hung up on today. Well, today she's at 44.04. Okay, our 30-day high is at 45.33. So hypothetically, there should be profit taking, and this thing should come down. Now, just because it should doesn't mean it's gonna. All right, that was Comcast. Next on the list, CMA. All right, CMA. CMA. Comerica. No. That was quick, wasn't it? No. See that? Big jump up on Wednesday. Kept on going. Has a new high 30 days yesterday. So yesterday's a new high for this. Should be profit taking any day now. So that's going to be a no. Next on the list is AT&T. Riley sold 5 puts today. Secretariat. Let me take a look at that one. Yeah, AT&T, those premiums are horrible. Look at the 22s are going for 26 cents. You're losing 20 cents right off the top. You're walking away with 6 cents. Yeah, no thanks. Okay, Riley, huh, Secretariat? R-I-L-Y. Now, I do have some Riley, just want you to know. A year ago, we opened up at 25.61, topped out at 35. That was at the end of April. She drops that's like 4 months of channeling sideways. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, so she's going down now. 508. Now, 5 does not seem to be that outrageous, to do the 5s. Why do I mean by that, doing the 5s? Okay, so apparently Secretariat set 1973 said he wants to sell the $5 call option. Now, selling the $5 call option, what that basically means text and bowl, I just showed all 3 of them, like not even 2 minutes ago. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to do that again. You can go to YouTube. It's actually recorded. You can see the profit and loss year to date in all 3 accounts I share. That being said, we're looking at Riley right now and explaining why Secretariat, what's the advantages and disadvantages of selling a $5 put. Okay, basically what that means is currently the stock is going between 504 and 510. Last 30 days, last 30 days, $4.32 was the bottom. She went up, pulled back, went up, pulled back, went up. Now she's coming to the downside. Now, selling the 5 puts, well, what is the good part about that? Well, if he likes the stock at 5 or higher, great. It allows him to jump in and get a little bit of a discount when buying those stocks, okay, because he likes it at 5. Now, also, if she ends up on Friday at 501, okay, then he doesn't have to buy them. But if it's at $4.99, he's going to buy them. If it's at $2.01, he still has to buy them at $5. That's the contract. Okay, when we're doing a contract, you have to have 4 items in line. 1 is consideration, that's the premium. 2 is terms, meeting of the minds. That means we both know what we're talking about. Okay, sell 1, put X dollars, buy this date at this price. Okay, that's the contract, that's the terms of the contract. Consideration is, sign and deliver. Then you need a starting date and an ending date. So 4 things: starting date, ending date, terms, and consideration or price. So that's basically what we're doing. So if the stock is above 5 on Friday, he doesn't have to buy them. But if it is below, any number below, it could be at 55 cents and he's still required to buy them at $5. That's what that means. So you never trade an option unless you know exactly what it is you're doing and what the consequences are. Gabster 121, is that MT4? What is MT4? I have no idea what that means. Does anybody know what MT4 means? No? Okay, so fine. So I do have some Riley. I did sell some puts myself because it made sense. Okay, I also did some covered calls on Riley's because the premiums aren't that bad. Right now it's at 510. Well, the 5s are going for 30 cents. But, Forex platform, no. FYL. Those puts paid nicely. Well, yeah, of course, look at the numbers. Okay, 35 cents, that's a 7% trade. Now, if you like the stock, I like the stock. Next week's 5. So if you get put stock this week, $5. Well, look at the 5s paying next week, 40 cents. I can live with that. Take it in consideration. Number 1, is it a company you like? Would you mind owning it? Text and Bull, I might be mistaken, but I think the P&L you showed was from 9:30 to 10:04. Am I missing something? Hold that thought. Account statement. 306 days back. Or January 2024 to today. Club Med Tom, once you sell a covered call on Monday, what do you check daily till Friday? Just the opening and close, volume, stuff like that. MT4 is a trading platform that lets you buy and sell stocks as well as Chinese stocks. Oh, Randall Ray, cool. Yeah, no. All right, so let's go over here. Let's go all the way up here. Profit loss year to date. Yeah. Okay, so this one doesn't have very many losses. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 losses in this one. This one here. I don't even know why I'm showing this to you again. Okay. January 2023 to today. Yeah. And this one here. Yeah, you're right about that one. Huh. Okay. Same thing. Yeah, hardly any losses at all. All right. Get out of that. Get out of that. Get out of that. Get out of that. And last but not least. All right. I appreciate you being so forthcoming and sharing your info. Well, here's the thing. A lot of people say a lot of things. I actually show you exactly. Oh, got a low battery over here. I actually show you exactly all my trades. Either you want to join or you don't. I hope it helps out anyway. What is the scenario of your losses? Every once in a while, you pay. All right, you dance to the music. Eventually, you got to pay the fiddler. All right, that means nobody wins every time. Period. Nobody wins all the time. So you have to take a loss once in a while. You don't have to, but it just so happens to happen that way. Okay, nobody wants to take a loss, but eventually, sometimes it does. Now, I hit the button twice. I hit the wrong button twice this year, and I lost on 2 positions. Okay, and there was another position during the hurricane. Remember the hurricane that was a couple of weeks ago? Yeah, I was smack dab in the middle of it on a Friday afternoon. I couldn't log in. Well, I logged in and I did 3 trades, and I couldn't get that 4th trade in. So I lost money on the 4th trade on that particular Friday of the hurricane. All right, that being said, where are we? Ooh, COP, ConocoPhillips. All right, COP, 110, 113. The 113s are going for not enough. 110, the 111s, yeah, not enough. Next week's the 111. There you go. Next week's 111s. Because look at the last price. The last price is 110.64. So hypothetically, we should be buying at 111. El Pablo, you want to look at Target, and Brian wants to look at Win. All right, we'll see what we can do. Just sit tight. So ConocoPhillips, the high was 135, and that was in mid-April. The bottom, well, looks like we have a double bottom. Okay, 9/11, 101.30. On the 28th, it was 101.50. So 101.30 is going to be the low, and that was 9/11. She jumped up, pulls back, jumps up, pulls back, jumps up, pulls back. Now it's coming to the downside. ConocoPhillips going down. Target, TGT. Alrighty then. A year ago, Target's at 107. The high of the year, 182. That was the end of March. Now she drops and stuck into a trading range. Matthew. Hey, WHF, Trump just gave Eon permission to sell Tesla stock tax-free. It's still speculative, though. Not necessarily, because Tesla is one of the biggest car companies, the fastest growing car company. Okay, and it's the highest. No sales, no even ads. No, you've ever seen a sales ad for a Tesla? No, it's all word of mouth. Weird. Anyway, um, okay, I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm worried as a shareholder. Oh, I see. So you think that by him giving Elon permission to sell Tesla stock tax free? Now, is that Tesla stock company stock, or is that Tesla's, or is that Elon's personal stock? There's a difference between the two. You're wondering that it'll tank, dude. It ain't gonna tank. Seriously, think about it. This is Tesla we're talking about. Oh, his personal stuff. Well, why would that make the stock tank? I mean, the stock price. Because the stock price has to do with the company, not him personally. So if Trump gave him permission personally, well, I mean, Trump doesn't have any authority whatsoever yet. Anyway, I don't know. There's articles about it tanking. Well, there's articles about everything. You can take a look at a newspaper, there'd be articles looking at both sides of the story. What's the other side of the story? What is it that article's not telling? What point of view are they giving? Just worried about it tanking. If you're worried about tanking, then sell it. No, 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 no. I don't think he's going to say it. Thanks for the therapy. Just found this out. I appreciate it. Okay, you know what? It is what it is. Either you like the stock or you don't. Never buy something and hold on to it just because it feels okay. I mean, do you like the company? Do you think it's going to be consistently good for you? Now, I don't do Tesla. I don't do it because it doesn't have dividends. Okay, there's no way to predict its movement. Okay, with a dividend stock, I know when the company's going to move because they normally go up in value just before the dividend date. And by knowing when a stock is going to move, well, that gives me a favorable advantage of knowing if the stock's going to move. Well, I buy doing a covered call, and that gives me the edge. And I'm only looking for a 1% per week. It's really not that difficult. Enbridge is a good dividend, North American biggest pipeline. Yeah, I get that. But it doesn't have 20 years worth of dividends. That's a no. Yeah, it's still a no. Sorry. 8%. Okay, dude, I don't do annual anything. Okay, everything I do is weekly. Weekly returns. It's like 50. Yeah, dude, it's still no. Okay? I appreciate your interaction, really do, but it's still no. Okay? All right, next on the list, GLW. Isn't GLW Corning? GLW? GLW. Corning. Okay. All right. It doesn't look very promising. 48.40 is the current price. The 48.50 not there for this week. Next week's yes. Okay. So what does it look like? Well, Corning a year ago was the bottom of the year, 27.46. The top was just a couple of weeks ago. What is that? 51.03, and that was on the 29th. That was 2 weeks ago. Okay. All right, 30 days ago was the 30-day bottom. Nice little upward movement. Currently sitting at 48.32. What does this company normally do this time of year? Well, this time of year, this company just basically goes sideways. No big thrills, no big ups, no big downs. All right. Now, Corning, the 48.32, the 48.50s for next week, 55. Let's take a look at it and see what it says. Okay, just for the fun of it. We want to change it to a covered call, because covered calls, in my opinion, is one of the safest strategies there is. So it's currently at 48.40. So I want to do the 48.50, right? 48.50 right there. Right, just one contract, so we get to see what the number looks like. Just one. I do it market order because I like market orders. They're quick, clean, fills instantaneously. Okay, buy one covered call GLW 100. Those are the weeklies. 22 November 24th. That's not this Friday, that is next Friday. Okay, this Friday's only 3 days left. Not enough time value. All right, 48.50 call strike against the stock. The maximum profit, 78 bucks. Okay, my calculator, 78 bucks. I'm going to divide it by my purchase price, 47.72. 47, whoops, that's wrong. Try it again, $78 divided by 47.72 equals 1.6%. Okay, do you like Corning? Do you guys even know what Corning is? Now, in the 60s and 70s, Corning was a new space age cookware. Okay, they used to go door to door selling that stuff. All right. We got a few minutes to do a few more. AA, that's Alcoa. Alcoa deletes. And let's go back to where we were, single, and back to the chart. Here we go. Alcoa is AA. That's weird. Take a gander. Okay, the high of the year was last Thursday. Well, 3 days to the bottom, it's going to be a drop until it stops. I know, it sounds weird. It's going to drop till it stops. Everybody knows that. It goes down to a certain point, turns around, goes back up. I think Alcoa, to tank a bit further, to roll a call there as well. Oh, okay, so you have Alcoa. All righty. But as you can see it, the top was on Thursday. It gapped down on Friday. It gapped down again today. So it's dropping fast. Okay, maybe not fast enough, but the high was 46.55. Well, we're currently at 40.95. All right, so that's a $4 drop, which is 10%. But that's 3 days. Gen X Skater. I've got 2K to invest. Which stocks should I invest in first? I don't really work that way. I'll take a look at what you're thinking, but I won't tell you what to buy. Nasir, how can I pay to be on your subscriber? Ooh, that would be right. Yeah. Okay, the 10-minute trader. It says right here, live trading live online. Okay, it says safe, simple, predictable, 1% per week, live nightly training, 9 p.m. Tell us about yourself. Well, if you're looking to strike it rich overnight, this ain't it. My main focus is simple, safe, predictable, and consistent, 1% per week. That's over 50% per year. Okay, investing your own money shouldn't be difficult. Stop making it more complicated than it needs to be. Learn more about this simple strategy. You got a little link right there. Or go to live trading. Join our morning trading group. Click right there. You actually have to click that and then you join right here. Okay, either one-on-one, which is $500 a month, or you jump in on the live trading, which is $100 a month for live trading. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every single day. We jump in, we take a look at what's going on, how we can make 1% every week. So that's where it is right there. Let's go back to where we were. What were we looking at? Alcoa. Yeah, we're looking for the bottom. Last one for me. I sold MPW 450 puts as well this week. Your thoughts on MPW? I think I did MPW puts also. MPW. Okay. A year ago, we're at 420. the bottom of the year. The bottom of the year was in mid-January. Okay, from there, the top of the year, we have a double high, one in mid-May and one in mid-September. So from the 30-day, from the high in September, she drops quite a bit. Okay. You tired? What time now? It's almost 11:25. But the funny thing is, it gets dark here around 4:30. But down in Florida, it gets dark around 6:30. It's kind of weird. So I'm not quite used to getting dark so late. So it's like noontime. It's like I'm tired. It's like, because we get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning as soon as the sun gets up, and then we're outside working in the yard, doing firewood, doing working on the tractor, working on the barn, something like that. And then around 12 o'clock, it's like, oh wow, I had a full day. We started at 5 o'clock, and by the time noon comes, that's 7 hours. And it's like, okay, I'm tired now. And then like 2 or 3 o'clock, we're back onto the couch watching TV, waiting for the 9 o'clock show to start. Here in Georgia, Atlanta's 11:30. Yeah, we're basically at the same time. All right. So, Secretariat sold a 450 put. Well, that freaking makes sense. Why not? Sounds like life on the Amish farm. Yeah, except they work until sundown. All right, now I don't do that anymore. James, what do you think about buy and hold SCHD and SCHX? Hell no. For me, hell no. Dude, seriously, look at the numbers. Okay, what is the yield for the year? Horrible. What is the consistency of the increasing on their dividends? Not as good. I mean, it increases, but it's sporadic. No consistency. No predictability. No, and hell no. Okay? Sorry. Just my opinion. All right, so MPW, the 450 doesn't look that bad. What does it normally do this time of year? Normally this time of year, MPW, it looks like she's going to go to the upside for the next couple of weeks. All right, that works for me. All right, so Flipper. No, I don't buy. I don't even like SCHD and SCHX. Seriously, you got to check out the numbers. They're not as good as you think. All right, I'm gonna call it a night. It's 11:30 or close enough to it. Tired. Another long day. Another long day. Yeah, it gets very tiring doing nothing. I know it's weird. I get tired doing nothing. All right, that being said, you guys have a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Okay, just asking. Was thinking about putting some money in these for my kids. Oh, dude, I'm not going to tell you one way or another to do what you want. I mean, it sounds like a great plan, but there are other ones that are better than those. There are some funds I looked at the other day that were doing basically same thing I'm doing, but on a lesser scale, and they're offering about 10 to 15% per year. SCHD and SCHX does not pay that. Becca Makawa, how are you? Lovely. All right, so we'll catch you guys again tomorrow, and hopefully you all have a great night, and some of you guys will see you in the morning. And on there, and